Hello, students. Welcome to English 242, Section I-02 for the fall semester of 2025. It's British Literature 2. I'm your instructor for this semester. My name is Dr. Paul Mills. I'll be guiding you through our text, through the things that we read this semester. We'll have some lovely discussions, and hopefully by the time the semester is over, you'll have a grateful appreciation for British literature. First, what I want to do though is just welcome you to the course and have you look around, take a look on our Blackboard space here, and then let me know if you have any questions. I want to give you a update on what to look for each week, and then kind of guide you through the first module, zero, if you will. So when you land on our course, you're going to land on the announcements page. There are no announcements here now. There will be by the time the course opens. I'm recording this video before the course opens. Over on the left-hand screen, you can see a couple of things over here on the left-hand screen. The first thing you see is announcements. The next thing is collaboration. That's where you'll find the all of the message boards that we're going to use this semester. You'll also be able to find them in the weekly modules as well. And then the course information tab is here. If you click on the course information tab, you're going to see some things that are over here. You'll see the information for me, your instructor. You're going to see your syllabus and general policies here. So I'll need you to open that syllabus and read over it, and then click the syllabus acknowledgement confirmation once you have read all of the things in the syllabus. The next thing that you're going to see is the instructor meeting policy here. I'll need for you to check it out. What it does, what it asks is that we meet within the first 2 weeks of the semester for a brief 10-minute meeting with your camera turned on. This can be done from your phone, from your tablet, from your computer, or if in person, if you'd like to, if you're on campus and you'd like to schedule that in advance with me. Throughout the semester, I reserve the right to request a follow-up meeting with you virtually or in person, if that's what you'd rather do, to discuss any submissions that you make this semester in regards to written assignments. If a meeting is requested, I will specify the paper or the assignment that we'll be reviewing, and you'll be expected to come prepared to discuss your work and be ready to share your screen to walk me through your submission that you created for my class. Failure to attend a required meeting may result in a hold on grading or a zero for the assignment in question until the meeting has taken place. The meetings are a crucial part of maintaining academic integrity and supporting your success and ensuring also clear communications between you and I. So to do these meetings, you'll schedule a meeting with Dr. Mills. It's a link that you'll see in the modules section. So if we go back to the course information stuff here, you'll see below that is a course schedule with readings. This goes through every week what we're going to be reading. I will tell you that this may change as the semester goes. This was a schedule that I've used previously, but the textbook we're using is not the same textbook. So some of those readings won't be there, and I'll have to make some modifications. So I'll let you know ahead of time if there's been any changes. But I think that I'll probably, if I make changes, it'll be bulk, like unit by unit by unit. So anyway, so that's the course schedule with readings. Below that is the assignment descriptions and prompts. This explains to you how the course is set up. You will write weekly journal entries every week. You're going to be assigned readings and some resources. Those include lectures, videos, articles, all sorts of other things. You're going to create a journal entry detailing your work for each week, and you're going to do this in an electronic document using Word, Microsoft Word, the Office account that you are given as a free account with your student account here at Johnston Community College. You can find that through your applications in your student portal. Your process for engaging with the material will be included in the journal that you'll write for every week, including a paragraph or two about how you approach the week's readings and the assignments. And then you'll write your notes there, any key takeaways, any important details or observations that you made while reading the assignments, a summary of the readings, including your responses, your insights, and your connections that you're making. and then track any connections, including identifying how the readings and the resources help you understand the era, the historical context, the cultural significance of the literature. And you're going to submit this journal once every 4 weeks. So I will accept it. You'll do a submission to me at once every 4 weeks, and it'll have weeks 1 through 4 the first time. The second time you submit it, it'll be weeks 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. The way it'll be organized is described here through Microsoft Word, saved to OneDrive. This allows me to check in on you at any time. And you're going to use version history with a shared link. There's a document in Module 0 that will explain to you how to use version history. And then I'm also going to provide you a sample portfolio entry from a different course, but set up the same way so you know what I'm looking for. Then you're going to, in the assignments for each module, you're going to have a lecture quiz. I'm going to provide to you a short video lecture that I will present like this, like you're watching now. You'll watch that lecture, and then you'll have a 10-minute quiz that has 5 questions. They're true and false or multiple choice. I'm not trying to trick you. There are no trick questions or answers there. If you watch the lecture video, you'll get the questions right. It's just making sure that you're watching the lecture video, a video lecture, and that you're being engaged while you're watching it. After that, you'll have to do a module discussion board assignment. And in my classes, the discussion boards work differently. You will have to post your original post before Wednesday night of the week, and then you will have the rest of the week to reply to 2 other students with some significant, substantive information, an actual discussion, not just I like what you did there. There's more information inside each module on that. Also, for every module, you do a 150-word reflection where you'll write for me 150 words that shows that you're engaging with the material. The grading periods, you'll submit your journal for grading 4 times during the semester. It will include all of your work up until that point during the semester. So at the end of the semester, your journal will have 16 weeks worth of work inside of it. It'll be more like a portfolio at that time. The journal will be due during modules 4, 8, and 12 and 16. In each journal will be also, sorry, this is incorrect. I'll fix this though, but every 4 weeks, you'll also submit what's called a literary analysis essay. The descriptions for those are also in another folder. It will carry a separate grade from the journal. See the descriptions for that. And then finally, at the end, I'm going to require that you do a final presentation video presentation where you'll kind of talk about showcasing your cumulative journal portfolio and highlighting what you've learned during the semester. I'll give you more direction on that in the end. Here you see a sample journal. It's a Word document. Open that Word document, and you're going to see that this is from an American literature course, English 231. Below that, you're going to see that these are the prompts and descriptions for the literary analysis essays that are due during the semester. You'll see that Literary Analysis 1 will be submitted at the same time as Journal Portfolio 1, Literary Analysis 2 with Journal 2, and so on. Here's a rubric that'll be used for every one of those that tells you what the points you'll get for excellent, full credit, satisfactory, or needs improvement. The points differ for each one of those, up to 25 points for each one of those. 25, sorry, for the first couple, then 15, and then down to 10 and 15 for a total of 100 points. So each one of the prompts for the literary analysis are below, and it says no deviation will be allowed. All right, so that means that you can't deviate from what I'm asking you to do. The first prompt is here. It's due at the end of week 4. Here's the description and the length requirements. The submission will be in Portfolio 1. And then here's the prompt for you to read that, incorporate 2 to 3 peer-reviewed secondary sources, and so on. So read over these descriptions. Below that, you'll see what's called the list of no. This is a document that explains to you the things that I will not accept in your writing. No use of no use of the second person pronoun you, for instance. So take a look at that document, review it. Let me know if you have any questions about that. Here's another document or resource for you to use called How to Write About Literature, just in case you're not sure about what I expect for you to do when you're writing about literature. It's a little different than any other kind of writing you might have done before. And then below that is finally here in this folder a list of literary terms. These are all terms that you can use to refresh your memory if you hadn't taken a literature course in a while or haven't studied literature in a while. Also, things to look over that'll help you or be better to prepared to talk about the literature in an academic way. Not just I like this because it made me feel this way, but several terms that you can look over to better understand how to discuss the literature. So all of that is in the course information folder. Again, here, the assignment descriptions. This is mine. That's not for you. Below, so that's the course information. Below that, you'll see a couple of things here, modules and e-text. Here's where you'll find your textbook. Mine looks like this. You click BibliU, and the textbook link is right up here at the top because I've saved it as one of my favorites, the Norton Anthology of English Literature, volumes D, E, and F. So those are the textbooks that we'll use for that. Put this away and then go back here. Let me make sure that what you're seeing is what I'm seeing. Yes, it is the Blackboard page. So that's the BibliU textbook link. It's all here in the eTorque text course and resources. Below that is access to your JCC accounts. If you look there, you'll see how to use the multi-factor authentication, logging into the portal guard, accessing your JCC email, and then a student orientation for Blackboard in case you need that. That's all in the eText and course resources. Below that, a couple of things. Jaguar tutoring. We'll be using the Jaguar writing portal a couple of times this semester. I'll be requiring that you submit your your literary analysis essays to the Jaguar tutoring writing portal at least 2 days before they're due. So you'll see more on that when we come up on the first one that's due after week 4. Below that is an Ask a Librarian feature where you can click the link and a librarian will be able to be available to you right away to kind of help you finding resources to help when you're writing these essays for me for literary analysis essays, right? So that's all the stuff that's in the e-text and course resources. Now, if you go to the module link, and then I'm going to let you go after this in a minute from this video, but what you'll see is the first thing is the help forum. Ask any course related questions here. You just go and create a thread. I'm subscribed to this help forum. That means that anytime someone posts there, I get any email automatically that comes to my email address. The reason I want you to ask course related questions here is because there's going to be other people who have possibly the same question that you do. So to make sure that I'm not having to answer the same question a bunch of times, or think about it this way. If you were in a seated class with me and one of you raised your hand and asked a question and I answered it, then all of you would hear that question and that answer. Well, that's not the case in an online class. That's why we have a help forum for that very reason. So you'll come here to ask questions. You'll come here to look for questions that you already have to see if someone else has already posted that question. It's kind of like a help box for all of us that we can all check. If you do come here and see that someone has a question that I haven't answered yet and you know the answer right away, then you can feel free to jump in and answer that question for me. But yeah, so that's what that's for. It's a help forum. You may subscribe to that forum as well by clicking a link inside the forum that will allow you to get an email as well every time there's a question in that forum. The next thing that you'll see here is the schedule a meeting with me. That's how you schedule that meeting in the first 2 weeks. I will send out a reminder about that again as we draw closer as the semester starts. So before you get started on Module 1, you need to actually start Module 0. Module 0 is here. It explains to you the things that you have to read, the lecture materials, which you're watching right now, the welcome video, and then the assignments and reminders. You'll see that every week. Sometimes you'll see additional resources in here as well. So this week, the readings are the online course expectations, which are here. Read through those. And then the how to use version history in Microsoft Word. I mentioned that earlier. So that's down below this, which is here, how to use version history. Read through this. I'll also try to post a helpful video during the week for that. It goes through it and shows me sharing my screen and doing all that. The lecture material, the video you're watching now. After that, the enrollment verification quiz, which is right here. You'll have to do that assignment to be counted present before the census date, which I think for you guys is the 25th or 26th. But do that right away. You can't access Module 1 until you do the enrollment verification quiz. The other thing is the agreement that comes with reading these expectations. So this is an actual assignment. What you'll do is you'll read through these expectations. You'll click this link. It'll say what you need to do down here is you need to agree by acknowledging by I do this, I say this, click the creation in the window, click the create submission link, sorry. In the window, type I agree and confirm, type your name, and then hit submit right there. All right, so if you were to do this, you would I agree and confirm, and then you type your name here, and then you hit submit, and that's how you turn that assignment in. So that is module 0. Do the enrollment verification quiz. There's no points awarded to that. It says 0 points. Don't worry. Even if you get a question wrong, it's okay. You're not going to get anything wrong on that assignment. That's all in module 0. After you start module 0, then you will move to the regular modules for the semester. Module 1 here. You'll see now, you won't be able to see it from your screen, but all these are grayed out. We have modules for every week, all the way down to the end of the semester. So the module 1 will have its own video for you to watch. This video you're watching now is just for module 0. I'm sorry it's so long. I promise that they won't be that long in the future. I'm stopping my share now. And then I want to thank you all for paying attention to this video. The videos can be long and my voice does drone a little bit. I'm sorry. If you have any questions, feel free to ask those of me. And I look forward to working with you this semester.